Welcome to All Things Arsenal on the RBN YouTube channel. We're glad to have you lot here with us again. For those who are watching the match tonight, another day away, another rowdy result. Let me go first. I know you're ready to blow your top. so, very surprised to see Oneni. I don't want to compare Arteta to Pep, but was it a bit trying to be too cute in trying to outdo the opponent, or because you feel United's gonna sit a bit, you're trying to combat that so you don't blow your gas for your team? I don't know, but to be fair to Oneni, he didn't really do much wrong. I mean, if you're gonna play there, a bit more screening. I felt, especially in the second half, United were driving at the midfield way too much. I'm thinking, when you have two defensive midfielders, in my book, as someone who plays the game and watches the game and coaches teams, if you've got two defensive midfielders, at no point in a game should anyone be driving at your midfield and not have someone screening in front of them. Your defense will just get overrun. That's me anyway. So that side can't really fault on any much. But one thing that I think could have been the substitutes tonight, I think Tierney should have come on for Tavares. Yeah, Tavares wasn't bad tonight, but I think we need more on that side. I think credit Saka came on, looked a bit dangerous, but they need to work on him on the pitch about when he's on the left, because everyone knows he's going to shoot on his left now. So they're squaring him up. They're squaring him up on there. So he either goes further in to take a shot, or he either fakes to try and pull the ball back. He's got to change something now, because that 3 times like the other day against Newcastle and even Liverpool, those defenders know what he's going to do. You're shooting on your left. It's not like with Salah, who, yes, he's going to shoot on his left, but he has so much guile that he'll buy himself the space to do that. But, we know Saka will get there because he's a great player in the making. But I just think when they went to 2-2, that was a time to step on the gas and really put it to United like they did in the first 20 minutes. And that just didn't come. And that mistake was there. And you just let United back in the game, and they started to look really, really good. So if they went behind with the starting lineup when El Neni was there, I'll be like, okay, wrong choice. But, El Neni wasn't a problem tonight. Aubameyang had a few half chances. They didn't score. Obviously, that one, if he had scored, it would have been chalked off for offside. Just didn't have a shooting boost tonight. I think it was probably his worst game this season tonight. People could say it's been coming. He's played against Liverpool. What do you expect against Liverpool? You've got to take your chances. Obviously, he was pressing. He did press against Newcastle. Didn't do much of the press tonight. And I can understand with an Aubameyang who is not naturally a presser, but he's changed his game this season. Credit to him. There's going to be games like today where he's not going to press. And once that doesn't happen, that doesn't come through. Apart from his goal ESR and apart from one driving run, wasn't there. He's a young player. That's going to happen. So obviously that's when you expect, on the days when the other youngsters are not coming through, that Oba does step up, and that didn't happen tonight, and that's got to go down as a check. I do think Arteta will play him on Monday, although he played on Lenny today, so he could surprise us with that. Martinelli, wow. You can't keep him at the team now. There's no way you take him out of the team now. Every good thing we had today, he was there. And I think Partey, apart from the giving the ball away early in the first half, we may need to consider maybe doing have either sitting Lokonga back and playing ESR and Partey in front of Lokonga, or sitting Partey back and playing ESR and Odegaard, depending on who we're playing in front of Partey. Because I do think we waste what we can do going forwards with having two defensive mids. There's only, for me, Liverpool, Chelsea, maybe West Ham and City who deserve us playing two sitting midfielders. Every other person, we should be taking the game to them and playing in their half. Once again, I can't fault our defenders tonight. The goals came from wide positions because obviously the fullbacks are being overrun, and obviously the defenders can't now go and help out the fullbacks, so they'll leave the middle open. So that's why those goals by Ronaldo and what do you call it, and Bruno went in. Same thing with Odegaard's goal. Good goal by Arsenal. The fact that they cut it back. Odegaard, well done. Decides to go on his right foot rather than trying to take it to his left foot and do something. It's instinctive. Obviously, he's done a bad challenge for the penalty, unfortunately. But I think he had a decent game. Obviously, he still needs to get stronger in the challenge. That will come with age. But he had that really good bit of skill in the first half where he bought the space for Martinelli. Martinelli just toe pokes that. That goes in 2-0 a different game. And I think that's where, and credit to Martinelli because he had a great game tonight. I think that's where they need to change. When you're up, get them 2 goals like they did against Villa, Spurs, and Leicester. They got those goals quick and it effectively made those teams chase the game. And if a team's chasing the game, you'll have those chances to put them to the sword elsewhere. And I think that's what needs to change. I think that's why Arteta's looking at a striker, because obviously it's either he's going to pull over to the left again and play that striker more central, or Oba gets benched. One of them, we definitely need new blood in terms of striker. Laka, great servant and everything, but like when he came on tonight, it's just not enough at the moment. Balogun's not ready, so unless he wants to play Martinelli down the middle, who I think will be ready to play as a central striker, and shift over back to the left, which is when he was scoring most of his goals for us. Fair play to him. He has been better this season, apart from the last 2 games, because he obviously missed the sitters. And when you're missing this many chances, I know what's his name, Adebayo used to miss a lot of chances for us, but he'd still score, a few. Obviously, Obama is better than Adebayo. Let's just call it as it is. When they're both on form. You obviously had Andy Cole, who needed quite a lot of chances to score goals, but still score goals. Cavani, same thing. He needs quite a few chances to score goals, but still scores goals. But I just think because Aubameyang has come from a place of burying chances, we're not used to seeing him not burying these chances. That's why he gets judged as harshly, and fair play. So that's mine. Over to you, Kingsley.
Not much to say. Not much to say at all. We threw away the game. I think it was poor for the whole game, to be honest.
Based on our standards. Yeah,
spells of good footballs for like 2-3 minutes. There wasn't like a good. Yeah. There wasn't a good 15-20 minute period where I was like.
Yeah. Well, the commentators on Prime were saying the first 20 minutes they were there, but we know compared to what they can do. I
didn't even think he was there. He was there for the first 2 minutes, winning about 3 corners, but then after that, United after like the 10th minute, United looked like they were ready for this. They looked like the home team, and they looked like they were ready to put us under the back foot. And if it wasn't, Ronaldo could have had 3 or 4. To be fair, his shooting was a bit off. Obviously, I know he scored 2. Again, slow to get out. And obviously, don't get me wrong, El Neni played all right, but he's just a safe player. He's just safe. So he does. He looks forward, turns around and passes it back to Gabriel. Too many times was just sideways passing again. Not being positive. With Tavares, I understand Tavares on the left. Smith Rowe is not, for me, he's not a winger. He does not play like a winger. He's always
going forward.
Smith Rowe is always running. Smith Rowe is always running inverted. So you always find him in the middle with Odegaard. They're both getting marked out. So then the only option is Martinelli. But once the ball's been shifted across to Martinelli, he's got about 2-3 players around him. Not much he can do. Sometimes he does beat the player, and it looks brilliant. I prefer Martinelli on the left. I think he's good at cutting in and driving. I think United, to say for their current form that they're in, I think they played rather well. They looked very threatening. Bruno Fernandes again. As much as I hate Fred, he had a good game. Got a couple of assists, won the penalty. So you can't 1 assist. Sorry, you can't fault him. Oh, we lost you there. But I do feel like we didn't turn up today. It was a poor performance. The subs from Arteta were too late, and again, El Neni is killing us. Partey passing was off. His pass completion was so poor today. It was abysmal at times. Simple passes, literally just passing straight to McTominay. I was like, come on, Partey, man. You're a big £60 million midfielder, and you're failing to make 10-yard passes. Like, you're killing us here, man. So all in all, I was optimistic until I saw the lineup. For me, Smith Rowe cannot play on the wing. He's a cam. El Nene is not better than Lukonga or Maitland-Niles. Why is he starting over them? Aubameyang, how many more chances are you going to give him? He's clearly in a rough patch. Rest him. Let him get his fire back. Start Laka. Start Nketiah. I'd rather have seen Nketiah than Aubameyang. So yeah, man. I was talking the most on socials as well. I was adding a few people. I was confident. I was like, yo, I got my Arsenal back. Coming to Old Trafford. We haven't lost in 2 years. And it was just appalling. I thought Gabriel and Ben White played alright. Nothing much more they could have done. Ramsdale again. None of the goals were his fault. Yeah, so can't blame Ramsdale. Tomiyasu was solid. Looked after Sancho on that wing. Didn't really get beat too many times. But as I said to Brother Shepherd, you gotta start Tierney in this kind of game. Experience. Tavares is great. Don't get me wrong, but if you're gonna have Smith Rowe playing and he's not a winger, he's a great player, but he's not a winger. You need Tierney to be running down that wing, whipping some balls in. We didn't really cross it in that much today, so we was never really posing a threat out wide. And against United, you want to use the width. You know what I'm saying? You wanna try to get balls into the box. You want to try and put it on Maguire and Lindelof. And at the end of the day, Maguire and Lindelof actually had a good game. To be honest, I felt. Yeah, Pastor just called me saying he's got a few issues with his connection, so I'm just gonna hold it down for the last few minutes. Yeah, I'll say it. Maguire and Lindelof didn't really make many mistakes, so you can't even get onto them as if you was a United fan. I felt the Smith Rowe goal was lucky. Otherwise, we could have been looking at a thrashing. Because I reckon if we didn't score that first one, I don't think we'd even had the belief to have scored that second one. It could have been a completely different game. I thought we did keep Ronaldo quiet at times, but then, Ronaldo, man, he's always going to get in the right place at the right time. Ball came in from the right, Tavares, nowhere to be seen because he was too busy trying to attack because he was basically running that wing by himself. Didn't really have anyone in front of him, so of course he's going to get caught out. Man United saw that, they exposed the gap. It was a simple ball. Rashford had about 20 minutes to just pick out a pass in our box. Like, come on, man, that's a joke. Third one, the penalty. Don't let me talk about the penalty, man. Don't let me talk about the penalty because I'll get triggered, man. Like, what is Erdegaard doing there, man? You're miles behind the player. Of all players, it's Fred. When has Fred ever been a threat in the box? Come on, man. He'll probably just chip it back to the goalkeeper like he did against Chelsea. Why are you diving in from behind for Fred? Like,
Apologies, everyone had some connection
He's not even in a central position, man. He's on the left-hand side of the box. Let the defenders deal with the cross. The cross is probably going to be a tame cross anyway. Fred. That killed us. As soon as we conceded the penalty, I was like, yeah, we've lost this. Because the Man United is going to sit deep now and they're going to hit us. Every time Man United hits on the counter, I was panicking. We did not look like... Players were even running back. You're 3-2 down and you're walking back. You might be tired, but at least jog or just run until you can't run anymore, man.
Yeah.
Play for the bad.
Yeah, that's something I saw. I was like,
I don't think it's connecting again. I'm struggling to hear you a bit.
Real.
Can you hear me?
Jog or do something.
Say that again. Say that again because the connection. It's alright.
You know what? This is why
Apologies for the connection issues, guys. Looks like Pastor's struggling a little bit. So, guys, stay blessed. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, my phone's bugging.
Yeah. You know,